Hello. Well, I had the mic muted. Yes, there we go. Good going, everyone. I had a whole intro, you know, I was telling what amazing things I did over the weekend and how I saved the world from destruction and all that kind of good stuff. But no, the mic was muted and now it's gone forever, unfortunately. No. Thank you guys for the subs. Thank you for the 5 subs, Major Geeks, for the 12 months Kengi, for the 20 months Duvel, and for the 131 bits Slime. Is that a prime number? It feels like a prime number. Or is it divisible by 7? No, it's not. I think. No, it's not. Anyway, how are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. Please retell us the wonderful weekend. No, I haven't been doing much this weekend. I've been working, but nothing particularly of interest, so there's no wonderful weekend to tell about. But yeah, I was saying also that the issue with the replay, I had that problem too. Like, I watched my own stream, of course, on the second monitor, and it wasn't replaying, wasn't working for me. It started only working like 2 minutes into the intro. So, I don't know what happened. Twitch is being difficult. Oh, and I was also saying we have a new intro screen on the title screen on the Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. It's from RCT2 and it's parks made by people. Oh yeah, and it's got one of these where it follows the train, which I don't like. It's a nice park, but I don't like that it follows the train for the title screen. That's just me. Thank you for the 5 months, Darky Kitty, and thank you for the 100 bits, Major Geeks. Yeah, this is brand new Slime, and it's beautiful parks, I must say. In fact, I should be able to open some of them. Hang on. How do I do that? Somewhere's edit title screen, right? Oh, thank you for the gifted sub, Slime. And thank you for the 3 months, Renee Catherine Furwing. That's a beautiful name. Where can I edit the title screen? Should be somewhere here. Oh, that has been moved to a plugin. Oh, because you used to be able to just edit the title screen, title sequence, and then go into the parks and load them and stuff. Okay, well, I'll need to get a plugin for that if I want to. But, I mean, this is a beautiful park. Oh, thank you for the 420 bits, Donzia. Oh, and thank you for the 16 months, Nary. Almost missed that. It's been 16 months. It has, and you're still as cute as ever. Okay, so what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do Amity Airfield, which I've done before, plenty of times. But what's different is that this time we're gonna have a randomizer. Now, it load. Takes a while to load. Oh, thank you for the 5 gifted subs, Renee Catherine Furwing. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Okay, so what this randomizer does, I think this is quite interesting. And someone asked me to test it and to see what happens. So, well, someone, the creator, someone called Die Forever, I believe, on Discord and GitHub. So what this does, it randomizes a whole bunch of things, and I'll just run it, and we'll see what happens. So I'll put difficulty on extreme, randomization range on extreme, scenario length on normal, and write type stat rerolls on very frequent, and we're gonna randomize everything. So, oh, thank you for the 5 gifted subs, Slime. It's now randomizing, which, there we go, we're finished. So, what has changed? The objective has changed to 3571, which is not much different. It's a little bit more difficult. Bank loan. Okay, so the loan is lower now. It's only 5,000, well 6,000 almost, instead of the 10,000 you start with, which is actually easier. And the cash has also increased a bit, which also is easier. However, the maximum bank loan is a value lower than what we currently have, so we can't borrow any more money. Ooh, thank you for the 100 bits line and the gifted sub to Die Forever. Oh, hey, you're here. Cool. Thank you for the gifted sub. So, the land price to buy land has changed from 90 to 493. Which is crazy, but we can't buy land, so that doesn't do anything. Construction rights price, same, doesn't do anything in this scenario. Okay, we have difficult gas generation. We have difficult park rating. We have forbid high construction, which I am gonna disable because I want to build cool coasters. I just don't really like working with forbid high construction, so I'm gonna disable that. Then we have forbid landscape changes, which doesn't really matter on this flat park. Forbid marketing campaigns, so we need to build long coasters because we have harder gas generations. Then we have free park entry. Die Forever, you will know what this means, because I don't. I saw this when I rolled it a few times earlier to check it out, and like, it's... Wait, it is free. Last time it wasn't free when that was enabled. Hang on, does that mean... Hang on, does that mean we charge for the rides now? Yes, we do. Oh, but when I enabled it earlier today, that didn't do anything. That I could still charge for the park entry. Wait, that's weird. Well, anyway. Okay, so we charge for the rides apparently, which is actually easier. And just to make it a bit more manageable or difficult, I'm going to disable the... Where is it? I can never find it. It's the... Ride price manager, there we go. Disable that. Let's see, is that all? Oh, and prefer less intense rides. So guests prefer less intense rides. Should I disable that? I have a feeling, because, you know, having some cool coasters that change stats randomly, yes, that will happen, is fun. And we can't really do that if they prefer less intense rides. Yeah, I'm gonna disable that just to make it more fun. Otherwise, I need to build a lot of flat rides and stuff. Maybe you should pause the game. I mean, I wasted half a month and we're about to start, so... Okay, where was it? There we go. Alright. So I disabled 2 of them, just because they're not fun. I'm going to keep all of this, just because that's more interesting. And, well, let's open the park. We can't advertise, and we need to make a lot of money. So I'm gonna play fairly efficiently, just so that we can make the money. But first, obviously, we need some music. So, we're gonna do quite an efficient observation tower. And I know exactly how the gas generation algorithm works now, because I've been editing a video on it today. Which means I've already written it and I already understand it. So, now I have built an observation tower. And let's check out the stats. They're not available. Okay, 0.043. That seems a bit low to me. For the excitement. So, thank you guys for the hype train, by the way. That was quite a big hype train. Let's see. The changes... Well, yes, there we go. As you can see, the observation tower excitement has changed from just the normal to only 0.19, less than a fifth of what it should be. Normally, this would be about 2. Slightly more, like 2.2, something like that. Now it's only 0.4. And the intensity and nausea also got reduced quite severely. They can also be increased. And they get re-rolled, I think, every 6 months, roughly. Well, 4 months, half a year. Oh, and the running cost is more expensive. I wonder, should I use the automatic ride price manager? Because we're charging for the rides. And the stats are going to be changing a lot just to make it a little bit easier on me so that I don't have to micromanage as much. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. It's gonna make the stream more fun. Because ultimately, this is also just for fun. Right price manager. And I'm gonna give myself a lazy tax of 50%. So, we charge 50% less than the maximum. Or half of what the maximum could be. Because we're being lazy. How about randomizing every single tile too? I mean, no. If you increase the land height, that will just be like crazy high and low things everywhere, which is not fun to build on at all. Extremely expensive. Like, it has to be fun too. Harmonic hills is not fun. Okay, let's build some more, right? And ultimately, we're going to have to build expensive coasters. Okay, let's see what we got. Well, expensive, long coasters and exciting coasters. Let's see what we got here. The stats haven't been calculated yet. Okay, go, test. Let's see. That lag spike was the stats calculating. Ooh, excitement times 2.61. It has 9.7 excitement. Wow. And only 2.59 intensity. We can charge... Wait, 90 cents? Wait, that isn't right. Oh! It's only 90 cents because... Hang on. Okay, I know what's happening. I need to quickly change this. So, this has been bugging me for a long time. And I only recently figured out why this quote-unquote bug was here. The right price manager still thinks the admission price is $10 because that got changed. So it still divides by 4 all the right price because it thinks we're charging for the entrance. So I'm going to quickly change this to 0 and then change that back. It's exactly the same, except now the right price manager charges the proper 360. That seems rather low, even for a 50% penalty. Shouldn't it be way higher than 360? This should be much higher with a... Oh no, of course the intensity is lower. And, like, much lower. And the Enterprise gets a lot from the intensity as well. And the nausea, which is also much lower. This is complicated to do in my head. Thank you for the follow, by the way, Vulpus the Fox. Yeah, randomized terrain would be a little bit better if it was like how the terrain generator works, but completely randomized wouldn't work. Okay, now I'm gonna build a coaster that is long enough. Because we're gonna have to go big onto coasters anyway, because we're on harder guest generations without advertisements. And it's funny, because yesterday I recorded a video about guest generation, and I literally said, if you want to make a scenario harder, then disabling ads and enabling harder guest generation is a good way to do that. So it looks like it has listened. Oh, and of course I'm not removing any of this, so the guests are all mowing about here. Well, I might, you know, I'm gonna make it a little bit better. Gonna put some holes in here. Just to make it a little bit less of a big thing. There we go. How about some more holes? Just so that guests aren't getting as lost in it. There we go. And then we can also do that here. That's awfully not in line. Oh, I do love holes. Yes, I do. And then this way. There we go. I'll fix that. Love all your vids. Thank you. Allow God avoid me 10 weird logic moments. Didn't know guess by photos even if they're not in them. Yeah, I mean, guess even by photos from photo sections that aren't even connected to the rest of the track. Okay. I wonder. The problem, you see, the problem with this ride is that if the intensity goes ×2, it has extreme intensity. And no one will ride it. Because this one isn't gonna have under 5 intensity, is it? Also, I'm gonna make it over 600 meters long. Because that's how harder gas generation works. Then it will give triple the normal soft gas cap. And it's a hard line. So if it is over 600 meters long, it will have over 6 excitement, because it's a hard line. That's what they do. Okay. No minimum waiting time. Spot for food court. Yeah, I'll need a food court there somewhere eventually. So then I'll build it whenever we get to it. How will planes land now? On the grass, I suppose. Wait, rain again? It's already the second time we got rain. So can you make a coaster, check out the RNG stat, and just rebuild it now that you know the multipliers? Well, they get re-rolled every now and then. So they'll work for a while. But then everything will be wrong again. I have a feeling it's gonna be paying a lot of attention to all that. That's what this live stream is gonna be. And I hope I'm not doing extreme laterals here. But I'm not sure. Oh yeah, and I don't really care about planes landing, because, you know, it's their life, not mine. The reason I chose the hairpin, because it's quite cheap. And we don't, like, this is literally all the money we have. The maximum possible loan is lower than the loan we currently have. So, yeah, it's not gonna happen that we're gonna borrow any more money. Okay, is this 600 meters? I think it will be slightly too short. But we'll see. Very frequent. Well, I tested it out. I had a merry-go-round on very frequent. And it re-rolled like every 4 months. Which is not that frequent. Alright, see ya the sky, Ralphie. Okay, I like all these turns. They're going well. How about some rock style too? Okay, what's the length? 483. That's not long enough. Now, you know, it's fine. We'll build longer coasters later when we get the money. Wait, 0? Oh. 26 intensity! What the hell happened there? Wait a minute. Intensity is times 2.83. Like, even if it only had 4 intensity, it would still be over 10 now. And excitement times 0.3. And this also times 0.3. Nausea. Okay, so they're in alphabetical order. That's good to know. Time for some gentle rides. I mean, if I make one that... Like, if I just do... this... I need to do it one further from the thing. You know... Like this, with a lot of penalties. I think this will have too many penalties, actually. So we'll do this. And we'll do this. Just so that it doesn't get extreme lateral Gs. Let's see what this gets for intensity. Because this should be able to make a good amount of money if it gets a normal intensity rating. So I wonder, but it might get a low intensity rating because too many penalties. Okay, 2.20. We need fewer penalties. Stat penalties is what I mean. I think this will do it. I've removed 2 stat penalties. Probably. Oh, thank you for the 20 months. Hipu Fiaimumi. Sorry, I butchered that. But thank you anyway. Marcel's wild toilet. Yeah, I don't have any. Oh, I need to... Hang on. I completely forgot. Channel points. Okay, so I won't enable all of them. But I will enable fire all the staff. Just to make it more difficult. Oh, and color a ride and name a ride. Basically, you can't force me to build a ride. What's going on with green shirt? Wait, I didn't see. Also, I forgot an exit line. Also, I need to drink some water, and I missed the geography question, if you already asked it. Can you ask it again, because I refreshed things. Okay, 1081. Guess we'll still ride that, it's fine. But, I think we should do this to make it a little bit lower. Sorry, I'm a bit behind on everything. Need to take a sip of water. No drowning. I'd like to beat this scenario, please. Okay. Eye damaging pink. Well, there's only one eye damaging pink color in this game. And I'll make these slightly lighter pink. What's the only continent where France doesn't have any territory? I'm going to say... I mean, technically Antarctica. But if you include their claims, which are sort of half nullified, then... Okay, now we're missing... We need more G's. Then I'd probably say Africa. Has to be Asia. Might have some like islands that are sort of belonging to Asia. Okay, name the park. What were you gonna name the park? I don't think you've said it yet. And name a ride of your choice. Go ahead. Okay. Now it's 12.65 again. Literally zero excitement. Wow. Oh, hang on. They just got re-rolled. Or, wait, what just happened? Did they? No, it's still 2.83. Were they just calculated incorrectly? Because I was confused why it was suddenly 12. But, okay, these are good stats, because we can charge money for this. $3, you see? So that's why they're good stats. The Enterprise is the most profitable so far. I don't think I've seen the names for the ride and the park rewards yet. Or did I miss them? There's a lot going on all at the same time. Because I enabled all of them and you all used them at the same time. Okay, now I'm going to build this coaster. And that's... Now you know what I'm going to do first? I'm gonna do stalls. This will be 20, of course. And there we go. Balloons, which will be... No, not dark yellow. Purple. I like purple. Name the pink one Flamingo. That's a good one. Yeah, you said it takes time to calculate die forever, but the thing is, why did it say 12? Where did the 12 come from? Oh, we need catch machines, of course. Like, the 12 makes no sense. And some drinks. Do you know how big the fun fair in Antwerp is? No, I've never heard of it. Okay, we got some food stalls here. 150 plus rides, that's pretty big. Okay, let's build a little food. No, let's do different foods. There we go. And coffee. And toilets. Info kiosk. And that thing. Thank you for the follow. My Rice 14. Okay, now that we got that thing. Ooh, yes, vertical drop coaster. My favorite. Let's build it right here. Now, we're gonna be running out of money soon, so I'm gonna have to make this short as well. Unfortunately. The problem with the 600 meters rides is that they're expensive. Okay, that's not gonna fit. I can just do this. It's not very beautiful. But it works. There we go. Awesome. Is your right ear currently enjoying all the music that's only on the right? Because mine sure is. Oh, boop. I screwed that up. Alrighty. There we go. Now we got music on both sides. Now I wonder what the stats will be. Wait. Oh, the 0 is the calculating thing. Presumably. Okay, there we go. Whoa! 7.12 excitement, 2.7 intensity. That's a hell of a ratio. Oh, a broken queue. Yes, you're right. Now it's fixed. Also, didn't I forget next to... Oh, I already fixed that. Okay, I mean, the intensity is low, which would be perfect, actually, if the guests all still prefer low-intensity rides. But, yeah, we can charge 760 for it. Well, actually double that, but I'm lazy and, did a 50% tax. Poor green shirt man still has no ride partner. Yeah, it's because of that 26 intensity. It'll be re-rolled and then it might be better. Okay, we have 1000. So I'm gonna build a launched freefall, obviously. Launched freefalls are overpowered as hell. And depending on what we roll, they might be really good or really bad. Let's see what happens. What do we get? 16.14, they're really bad. Like, they're useless. They're absolutely useless. So what did we get? Launched freefall, yeah, intensity times 2.48 and excitement times 0.25. Not just the stats are randomized, by the way, the goal also, and like the loan is 5,928, which is usually impossible because you loan in amounts of 1,000. But the maximum loan is lower than what we currently have. So we can't loan anything extra. We can't advertise, we got that randomly rolled. We have harder gas generation, harder park rating, harder to maintain park rating. Oh, I might need staff. There we go. No entertainers, too expensive. Okay, what else do we get? Ferris wheel, maybe it's finally good. I mean, it'll still have a terrible throughput, but Maybe the stats will finally be good. Also, I'm running out of money. I mean, we are making money, but slowly. This is randomized staff wages. Well, die forever. There's a good one. The idea with rerolls is that you're supposed to destroy rights when you get bad rerolls, but very frequent might be too often for that to be worth it. I suppose, because right now I just got to figure out which right is strong and build a lot of those. Right? So let's see. Okay, I'll just build some more rights in the meantime. Quickly. Oh, I don't have the money. I mean, the space range is going to be terrible anyway, because of the low throughput. Oh, and also, by the way, the running costs are randomized. So I might pay a lot. I mean, it's still not... It's never going to be absolutely much, because... running costs are quite low anyway. But yeah, this thing costs 755 per hour. But then again, it does make a lot of money too. Yeah, I need to build more vertical drop coasters. Hang on. Hang on. I don't have the money. Okay, I'm gonna delete this. So... what if I... just do this? And then... I mean, I'm gonna run out of money. This should have crazy stats, right? Okay, I'm gonna fast forward a bit. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fail this scenario. But anyway. Okay, I'll just remove this too, because it's useless. Oops, I built that in the wrong spot. I'm struggling so much with this. Okay, let's see what we get. You can do the scenario again another time with the intention of beating the scenario. You're kind of learning how it works now. Yes. Okay, this is what I wanted to do, but I wanted to connect it to the other side. So, like that. Wait, why does this have... Oh, 8 excitement and 3.56... 3.58 intensity. For this, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Wow. And I would have built a much bigger ride, but yeah, I don't have the money. Unfortunately. Okay, so what do we get on this? Space range... oh, that's actually fairly normal. Ferris wheel... Okay, let's just check. Ferris wheel... Okay, yeah. The inertia is a lot lower, but that was low anyway. So Ferris wheel's boring. Space rings... Intensity times 3.12. Oh, that's actually usually like 2. Now it's 6.5. That means we can charge more though. Yeah, it's still only 40 cents because it's a terrible ride. The running cost of the vertical drop. Yeah, that's almost times 4. Hang on, the hairpin got re-rolled. Now it's much better. And I just removed the hairpin. Because the hairpin no longer has crazy intensity. Like, look at it. 4.43. I think it still had higher intensity. Yeah, still times 1.32, but it times 2.38 excitement. Can you enable the reward for naming and following a guest? No. Because I'm already, you know, keeping up with the rewards will be horrible while also trying to figure all this stuff out. I mean, I physically can, but I won't. Okay, firing all the staff. That's gonna make things easier. Okay, so, like I said, the problem is we need rides that are longer than 600 meters. How long is this thing? Only 272. So I'm working on coasters. Okay, the inverted impulse coaster. You know, if it... Nah, that won't work. I kind of need to build this thing. I need 5,500. So let's just fast forward a little bit. Oh, it just randomized stuff. Did you see that lag spike? Can you click on Kengi's green guests? I mean, do we have any idea which green guest that was? I have no idea. Let's see, what kind of rando changes did we get? Enterprise excitement. Hang on. 9.92. 20 nausea! The nausea is times 2.64. Now that's 20 nausea. The running cost is also times 4, which is still not very expensive. Ferris wheel still boring. Hairpin still the same. Launched freefall is still terrible. Observation tower is good now. Like, the intensity rating is still 0. But it has a good excitement rating now. Oh yeah, no workers. Also, I fast forwarded at least 5 minutes. Which is a bit unfortunate. I shouldn't have done that. Let's see, space ring, still bad. Vertical drop is still really good. Yeah, rides are broken down. We have vomit. I'm not making money. Oh, hang on. I got 5,500. Quickly place it before I run out. And then a queue line. Okay, this thing is going to add 165 guests, I believe. I think the ride bonus value of the hairpin is 55. And it goes times 3 because it's longer than 600 meters, 6 excitement, and it doesn't have 6 excitement. I forgot. Hang on, did we get re-rolled to a terrible thing again, or is it going to recalculate? Because wasn't it much better now? Yeah, 16 excitement! Holy crap. Wow. And 10.60 nice intensity. And the nausea is only 1.15. I should save, by the way. Empty airfield, randomized. There we go. Okay, so the guests that are going on it, which are a few, are only going to pay 780. But if this was the only hairpin and I was charging the maximum possible, we would be charging like 25 for this. We would be charging about 2.7 times as much or something like that. A lot more. Anyway. So yeah, I think 2.67, 2/3 probably. Okay, it's been 4 minutes. I sped up a bit in between. I'm gonna rehire handyman. And staff in general. Because I would kind of like to still try to beat it. Even though we're behind. But we are on the way to making some good money now. Which is, well, good. Let's do some benches that will help with the nausea. With the 20 nausea of the thing. What was it called? I forgot. This thing. The Enterprise. There we go. What do we mean by randomize? Well, randomized stats. And randomized goals, basically. Okay, you know what? I know a much easier way. There we go, auto-clicker. This is much faster. Now some pins in between. Ah. I love me auto-clicker. And some here. Ah, that works one. Oh, we don't have the money. Good. Okay. Well, we are making decent money, I suppose. I don't think anyone's going to go on this ride. With the 20 nausea. And almost 10 excitement. Why always empty airfield? Because it's a... Like, the scenario is pleasant to build on because it's flat. It's a classic as a difficult scenario. And, I don't know, there's a decent ride selection. It would be nice to see, like, which ones get re-rolled when. Because... Can we see that? Because keeping track of everything that is re-rolled is a lot of work. A lot of things to keep in your head. Thank you for the follow, Kremit. For example, I know the Enterprise is still the same. The hairpin, yeah, was still that. Guests are getting lost or stuck. Well, that's their problem, not mine. Actually, this path layout isn't that bad. It's somewhat fine. Why is no one going on this? It's fine. Oh, there's a low intensity rating. Ugh. This is difficult. I'm definitely not gonna beat it. Though, it's still possible. It's still possible. The problem is we're making not a lot of money because guests aren't going on the rides. And apparently they aren't able to find it. Let's see what the problem is. Okay, I need to go to the toilet. Which rides can't they find? There's not a single one that a lot of them can't find, so... I don't think it's that big a problem. Some were already running out of cash. I might need to place more toilets. I could use some awards. Make an inverted impulse coaster. With what money? I have like no money. By the way, I should rebuild one of these. Just in case it gets good. So that we then make a lot of money with it. Ooh, that was almost a crash. Just sell some land. If only I could. That will make me a lot of money here. Like 240 per piece, do I remember correctly? No, almost 500 per piece. That would make me a lot of money. Charge for the toilet, so that's gonna make a big difference. Like, it's at 117 toilets. That might have made me 40 bucks. 170 toilets? I mean guests. Oh, I'm running out of money again. And that... I mean, it's still super extreme, but it might become not super extreme. At the point where it re-rolls. Let's build one of these. Once I have the money. Just, you know, spread my load among lots of different rides. Let's build one here. There are guests here, so why not build a ride here? Oh, it's nice and calm here. Does everything reroll at once? No, not at all. Not at all. That's a lot of helicopters. Remove the calmness with candy style. Nice. Okay. I wonder what the stats will be. And I think I've built every flat ride that I have available at the moment. Why not try a monorail? Because, I don't know, who knows what it does. Might do something interesting. Let's see. Sell the ATC tower to get money and crash a few planes. No, I'm not gonna sell the tower this time. I'm gonna be a good little boy and not sell it. What we kind of need is like a twister coaster that's over 600 meters long. Problem is, it's expensive. That we'll get is like 360 extra guests. So it'll be good. But it'll be expensive. Make the tower bigger with a lift in it. I don't have the money for that. You know what I do have the money for? One of these. Well, not quite, but almost. I can build it here. There we go. Now I have the money for it. And let's see what we get. This one is purposefully a bit too intense. So if the intensity gets lowered, we're in good business. If it gets raised, we're not in good business. I mean, if it gets raised, I can alter the booster so that it'll be fine. Okay, has this thing finished testing yet? Yes, it has terrible stats. And this thing also has terrible stats. The monorail might miss a stat requirement. I don't know by heart what its requirements are. Would it be okay if I'm gonna... Marcel thought... What? I don't even know what that means. 35 intensity. Good. Hang on. Did we get like ×3 intensity or something? Let's see. Twister coaster. ×3.84. That's... I mean, that just makes it impossible. That means we can achieve crazy high intensity ratings easy, which I suppose is fun. Okay, the problem here is that almost everything gets a crazy high intensity. Which makes it impossible to build long enough rides that aren't too intense. Oh, launch freefall intensity is only ×1. Hang on. We can use that. If I'm just gonna make this like do 49, for example. No minimum waiting time. Wait, 25. Oh, that needs to be recalculated still. 10.60. Okay, if we go down to 35. There we go. Now it works. Okay, I need to build a lot of launch freefalls. That launch at the minimum speed possible. Because we're gonna make money, baby. And then eventually I'm going to have to build longer coasters. And I might also need more handymen. Okay, another launch freefall. There. There. And there. And there. And there. Like that. And you also, no minimum waiting time. And I could use a sip of water, thank you. So yeah, we're charging 480 for these. Yeah, the nausea is very low, which does reduce the price a little bit. But it's still pretty good. It's still pretty good. Okay, the soft gas cap is currently 1000. I don't think we have much use for the soft gas cap calculator. Because, yeah, it says 1110. Oh, that is actually right. I thought it didn't work for harder gas generation, because I checked it like a few days ago. And it gave a wrong result. But that might be because I changed it to a harder gas generation like halfway in the scenario. Just via the cheats menu. I don't know. It seems to work, because 1110 should be right, because it's 1000. And then this one gives 110 extra. So 1110 should work. So yeah, these are going to make us a lot of money, which is very good. And we're actually getting in business now. And now I just need to build a lot of longer rides. We currently are still doing well. We're still have a soft gas cap above the number of rides. Do we have any positive awards? We don't. We could use some. We don't need to. We don't need any to beat the scenario, but still. What's your new, what's your favorite ride music? Probably gentle style, but I also like rock style 2. Oh, thank you for the 3 months, Casmet. Your videos always help me relax before bed, and they're very entertaining. Thank you for helping me with your content. I'm happy you enjoy it. A poll. You're stuck on a deserted island indefinitely with... I mean, definitely a copy of RCT World. I mean, that's my favorite game of all time. Okay, what ride? I need to build a ride that is longer than 600 meters. I'm gonna try my hand at the compact... You know what? No, bobsleigh coaster, because that's quite cheap. Yeah, I'm gonna just build a custom design. And I'm gonna build it somewhere here. Because eventually I want to expand here anyway. So, yeah, let's build the station in here. And that way. Much cheaper than Twister. Also gives a lot lower gas cap. Like 70 or something. Instead of the Twister's 120. I mean, the Twister is very good, so you pay a lot for it. So let's do that, the ghost testing and stuff. Oh, it's a flying turns, of course, not a proper bobsled. And we're already running out of money. Well, time for me to turn on the lights. It's getting a bit dark here. I need to fast forward. So that I can continue building. And another helix, and we're out of money again. Yay! What time does the sun set in your part of the world at this time of year? Let me Google. 2 minutes before 10, so it's still an hour away, but it's already getting a bit darker. And my room actually doesn't get that much light anyway, so I notice that it gets dark quite quickly. Okay, it just needs to be longer than 600 meters. The 6 excitement is fine, we can, you know, cheese that later if we need to. Which we probably do. And Let's go back to the station. I think that might be long enough. I need one piece in here. Yeah, we are at the soft gas cap limit now. And it's a much harsher limit in with harder gas generation. Because usually when you're at the soft gas cap, your gas generation gets divided by 4. If harder gas generation is enabled, which it is, your gas generation gets divided by 16. So there's basically no gas generation left. Which is why we need the longer rides. Okay, let's see if this is long enough. Will it be? 7.5. Good. It's long enough. It just needs... What happened there? Wait, how did that happen? How? Seriously, how did that crash happen? Now I'm curious. I want to see it go again. Color the bobsled the ace flag colors. What colors are they? I don't know. Okay. Because, like, it had good speed all throughout. Grey, white, purple and black. Oh, hang on. This needs to be purple then. Now we'll make this black. There you go. It's not a bad color scheme. Because they were all colliding, so I wonder what happened. Oh, I think I know. I think something went wrong here. I think they sort of collided, even though they were on different tracks. Okay, I'm gonna make them take a little bit more time in between, just so that doesn't happen. Which is gonna happen anyway, because guests are going to load. I think one of them didn't make it up the helix. Yeah, but that doesn't make sense, because they have lots of speed. They can't randomly not have speed. I think what happened is that somewhere they crashed, even though they were on different tracks. They bumped. And that bump made it lose speed, which made it so that it didn't make it. And it has terrible stats. Oh, we're missing a stat requirement. Hang on, let me quickly add in the stat requirement. Where to do it? I think here will be fine. Like that. Okay. So the problem was that it didn't have enough lateral G-forces. Does the speed up cause it? I mean, I've never seen the speed up cause that. It just broke down. Jesus. Fantastic. Oh, it wasn't the lateral G's. It just has terrible stats because of the randomization. Yeah, times 0.37, times 0.29. Okay, so I can't use the bobsled to get extra guests. So that's unfortunate. Maybe I can use... I need some ride that I can make long enough. Does this thing still work? Yeah, it's still 16. Okay, so I'm gonna build another one of these. Because I need more... No, not that. I need more guests. Because we're stuck at 1100. Which one was it? This one. There we go. Test. And voila. Okay, that one will do fine. We did make nearing 10k in a month. We're actually making 10k this month. So that's coming along nicely. Very nicely, I must say. Now things are going decently well, I suppose. Do we already have a first aid stall here? I suppose we don't. What else? Another coaster. Well, not a multi-dim. That thing's stupid expensive. Let's do a laydown. And let's see. I'm gonna... Yeah, there. See what we get for the laydown. Yes, the randomizer also affects the loan. It affects a lot of things. Now there's a reason I built it here, because I'm going to build path around all of it later. Okay, the soft gas cap increased by 110. Which is good. Because we need that. Another pretty random pull. Yeah, I'm kind of focused on this now. Let's do a half a corkscrew. It's weird when you build half a corkscrew and you can just continue building even though just like nothing happened. You can only do that with the laydown coaster. And I suppose its variants. But not the flying coaster, because that thing doesn't have corkscrews. Or does it? No, I believe it doesn't. And then another inline twist. Another S-bend. Randomized how? Well, we have this little hard line. And it... Oh, it got randomized again. Well, it has 17 intensity now. So we got screwed on that. Which is a big problem. Actually. Because if we do the soft gas cap calculator... Why isn't it notifying? Oh, we do actually get a message that the stats have been re-rolled. Yeah, the hairpin have been re-rolled. So have the space rings. But the soft gas cap has been lowered because the hairpins are no longer giving extra soft gas cap. What's the space rings at? 15 nausea! Okay then. The space rings has times 2.32 nausea. Cool. And how's the bobsled doing? Still terrible because it hasn't been re-rolled. So, yeah, this is pretty much impossible. Well, I say impossible. Currently, we're stuck. Like, we're not getting more guests. Because we don't have the budget yet to build good rides. We just lost a couple of good rides. And... like, our soft gas cap is 1,000, because that's how hard a gas generation works. And we need rides longer than 600 meters and with more than 6 excitement to make that happen. The problem is, the only coasters that are long enough currently all get their excitement rating screwed by the randomizer. So it's not happening. Backseating. If you want the backseat, go ahead. Put down a couple of first aid room, or else you're gonna lose everything in a tidal wave of vomit. Now that'll be fine. I mean, there are handymen cleaning it up. Disable the advertising ban. Yeah, but then it's easy. Then you just advertise. Like, the problem with advertising is that if it's enabled, it's super easy. If it's not enabled, this is super hard. Well, in normal conditions, not really. You just build good rides, long enough rides. But under these conditions, fire staff, huh? That was predictable. I don't mind, yeah, in the Stardew streams, like a little bit of backseating, like giving little tips here and there is fine. But, you know, telling me everything that's gonna happen, that's basically just spoiling, is obviously not fine. But in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, yeah, I mean, obviously an excessive amount of backseating, constantly saying you should this, you should do this, you should do this. That's not really backseating, that's just being annoying. But giving me tips on whatever things I've missed, like, you know, exit paths I've missed, which I do quite frequently, that's welcomed. Name a ride of your choice. Hang on, did I miss the... Oh no, the color of the ride of your choice was this thing. Lay down, cruise, chaser. Nice. And let's take a look at the stats. Ah, it's still doing the calculation. Or we got time 0 on all three, but I don't think that's possible. But let's see. Later. Oh, nope, and we got screwed again. Literally times 2.82 on the intensity, times 0.22 on the nausea. Sorry, excitement. I mean, the hairpin coaster is times more than 2 intensity. The vertical drop is... Oh, got all its stats screwed, so we're not making any money with that. I mean, still 560, but not much. What is your luck? I mean, it's actually... I did put difficulty on extreme, but I don't think... I'm not sure if Die Forever is... Oh, you are still here. Like... Are these also more difficult? Like, if you put difficulty extreme, are these more likely to screw you over? Or do I just have bad luck? Observation tower stats look spicy. Yes, they do. Well, the intensity is just 0. Those are affected by difficulty. Okay, make it slightly less extreme, because... This is not difficult. This is just impossible. Those... Because, yeah, how am I ever gonna make a good ride with this? Also, as earlier, you know, I disabled the forbid high construction. Because one of the problems is with... And I'm not saying you have to do this, but it's a consideration. Like, having a lot of these enabled makes it difficult, sure. But it's also not really fun. And depending on what you want the thing to be, that's either something you keep in or you don't. That's your choice, not mine. But for example, if you get forbid tree removal and you're in Fungus Woods, then it's just... You know, you can just reroll again because it's impossible. Especially in combination with forbid high construction. Maybe a hardline will be the MVP. I don't think we get a hardline in this scenario. I think we've already got all the coasters. If possible, I set a limit on how high the RNG stat can roll. Yeah, and definitely for intensity you need it to be... Because a lot of coasters, they have maybe like 3 or 4 nausea. If you get that times 3 or times 2.5, that's still fine. But almost every coaster has at least 5 intensity. So if you get the times 2, it's very difficult to get a coaster with an intensity under 10. So even times 2 is already going to make it very, very difficult. Oh yeah, the maximum height adjustable, that's good. Did you ever rehire staff? I'm not sure, I don't think I did. Now, how long has it been? Only 4 minutes. I can't rehire staff again. Yet. It seems like you want to miss stat requirements. Yeah, but the problem with that is that I need them to have 6 excitements. Because we're in harder gas generation. That's the problem. Like, if we didn't have harder gas generation, there would be no problems at all right now. It would be a breeze. But because we have no ads, and we're in harder gas generation, this is intensely difficult. Slash maybe impossible, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna make this reverse inclined thing. Does it make that? The reason I'm doing reverse inclined is because it's a lot cheaper to make it long enough. I'll just make it do that. Is there a command so I can read what is randomized? No, I don't. Well, I'm pretty sure it doesn't exist, and I'm not sure if it's possible. But everything here, which is a lot. Okay, will it make it back? That's the question. If not, I might need to make it even higher. And if it does, then I think we have a nice coaster. I don't think it will make it back. Nope. 1, 2, oh, only 2 apparently, cause support limits. Yeah, we're not gonna, this is not gonna work, is it? Actually, yes it does work. Wonderful. No, a chain lift on the other end won't work. Awesome. Now let's hope that we get good stats. We probably don't. We don't! No, we don't. Terrible nausea rating. But it does count for the soft gas cap, and that is important. That's all that counts. 18 nausea. No one will write this because of the nausea rating, I think. I'm not exactly sure what the effect on nausea rating is, but like I know that like 50 nausea prevents guests from riding it, so 18 probably does too. Also, I need to rehire staff. Yeah, ultra extreme excitement. We got a good roll here for the excitement and intensity, but a terrible roll for everything else. Now we don't need that. Hang on, are there no broken down rides to fix for the mechanics? Oh, there we go. They are now all doing the radio calls. Took a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna save this. Compact inverted coaster, random. And I'm gonna build another one. Because we need the soft gas cap. There we go. Because now I have a ride that works. People might not ride it. But it at least gives soft gas cap. And I believe this ride gives 80. So this gives, these two together give another 320. Hey, what's up, Cody? How you doing? They might ride it in 4 months. Yes, they may. Let's see. Do we have any recent changes? No, the Space Range was the latest to get re-rolled still. Oh, we got a magic carpet. Let's see what we get. So yeah, I'm incredibly happy that I did the ride price thing. The ride price manager. Imagine having to readjust all these prices by hand. And keeping up with the changes. Ooh, the Enterprise have been re-rolled. What do we get? Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Still a good excitement rating considering the intensity. I have a feeling we're not getting the excitement penalties we should get. Die Forever, is it correct that your changes are applied after the excitement penalties from a high intensity rating? Because I have a feeling they are. And this is not the first time I had the feeling. I thought before as well. It wasn't adding up. So what do we have? Magic Carpet. Terrible stats all around. Laydown Coaster. No, we already hit. I need to check the Enterprise. Times 2.39, intensity times 3.54, and nausea times 0.37. And the compact inverted coaster got... Yeah, the nausea times 2.57 is what kills it. Unfortunately. What country is South Tyrol in? I think... Okay, so it's... I think it's near the tri-point of Switzerland, Italy and Austria. I don't know. But I'm gonna say Italy. But I'm not sure. Prefer less intense rides enabled but harder gas generation enabled. I disabled the less intense rides because I wanted to at least have a chance. Oh, I was right with Italy. Nice. Okay, so yeah, like I said, nobody's gonna ride these. But we're gonna get guests again. The problem is we're almost 2 years in. So we need to get almost 1,000 guests per year. Which is actually not that problematic. But if we're not having a lot of income, it can be problematic. What ride to build next? How about this thing? $2,000 guests in 1 year. What do you mean? It's a 4-year scenario. And we need 2,000 guests to go. Right? It should be year 4. Yes, it's October year 4. Alrighty. Time to build one of these. Thank you for the follow, Silent T. Oh, this is actually... I like the rain, because we're gonna make some good money from the umbrellas. Cash machines next to the umbrellas. Because people might not have the money for it. Alrighty. And... looping. 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 I'm not sure if that's a great idea. Let's just keep it to 1 looping. Let's actually make it go a bit slower. Let's keep the intensity low. Just in case, because, you know. I think I'm gonna do a lot with helixes. That gives a lot of length, but not a lot of intensity. Okay, that doesn't make it. Okay, that means we need to go slightly faster. That'll be fine. Okay, let's continue building. Random umbrella prices. Not quite. This is a nice janky track. If I redeem color right of my choice, can I use it to change the color of umbrellas instead? Sure. Also, I need monies. There we go. And we're out of money. Yeah, this is also an expensive track type. But it does give 200 soft gas cap if it is exciting enough. That was very low frame rate, but we did get enough money to finish the ride, almost. Okay, there we go. And that's done. Pam 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 pam. Pam 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 pam. Inverted is re-rolled. They've just been determined. Like, this is my first inverted coaster. Oh, the monorail and the bobsleigh and the magic carpet have been re-rolled. What do we get for the bobsleigh? And still terrible. I mean, guests will ride it at least. But we don't get soft gas cap from it. So that's a problem. But hey, they'll at least ride it. Which is a positive. Scenery. Scenery to get it from 1.43 to 6. With the penalty. Because we only get a quarter of the normal bonus from scenery and everything. Okay, Die Forever, I have concluded that extremely low excitement rolls, like even if the intensity is fine, as soon as you get to like 0.5 times the excitement, it's basically impossible to get 6 excitement on the ride. And, you know, if you need that for harder gas generation with no ads, that's just an impossible combination. Which is an interesting thing, because I've never thought of that before. But it makes total sense that it's an impossible combination. Let's go some more path. Because it's not just the, like, that the intensity goes crazy. It's also, if the excitement is terribly low, you just can't generate extra guests. Okay, so what do we get on this? Okay. Everything's high. At least it gets us 200 extra guests. Which is good. What are the stats on this? It's times 2. No, it's times 1.98 times 3.45 times 2.77. And running cost times 5.64. We pay 1,300 an hour to run this baby. Is it long enough, by the way? Yeah, just about 625. Okay, that's good. So at least we get the guests from it. Okay, these are still good. I mean, they don't have any riders, but they make us money. I mean, they get us guests. What does the magic carpet offer? 10 nausea. That's crazy. I think the maximum setting for the randomization range is just too high. Yes, because the problem is that if the nausea is too high, guests won't ride it. If the intensity is too high, guests won't ride it. If the excitement is too low, it doesn't get me any guests. So there are 3 possible things that it can do to screw it up. And without the harder gas generation, the excitement doesn't matter. Or at least matters a lot less. But with the harder gas, it's a combination with the harder gas generation. But I still think we can salvage this. I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna build a mini sus. Do I have a 600 meter design? Because I'm gonna be lazy. Whatever, I'll build one. I'll build a custom one. Is New Mexico more newer than Mexico than New York is newer than York? No. No, because York is a very old place. So New York is a lot newer than York. Because York is in England, has existed for a very long time. But both Mexico and New Mexico have existed under that name, obviously. They have existed before that, but under that name they have existed for a shorter time. Much shorter. Mexico is old too, yeah, but the name. Because otherwise, yeah, people have been living there for tens of thousands of years. That's like... then it's just a weird question. I mean, then it's still true. Because people arrived in England much earlier than they did in Mexico. So... then it would still be true, because then people have been living in England for at least a few thousand years longer than they've been living in Middle America. Yeah, I would say that that question should be like comparing when they first had the names that they have. Because I presume York was a city before at least the year 1000. Which means New York is at least like 600 years newer. And the difference between Mexico and New Mexico is less than 600 years. Laydown coaster stats have been rerolled. What do we get? It still has a lot of nausea, but at least it gets us... No, it's not long enough. I need to make it longer. Just 50 meters longer. We can do that. That seems awfully not safe. And down. Guests still won't ride it. But at least it'll get us guests. How about Zealand and New Zealand? I don't know how old Zealand is, the name of Zealand. Wait, I was building this thing. Rain again, which is a lot less useful this time, because a lot of guests already have an umbrella. Okay, will it make this? That's the question. It will. Good. Let's do another chain lift. Make the umbrella stall green. Well, I can't change the stall, but I can change the umbrellas. The name York is from the Vikings. So yeah, that would have been around the year 1000. Right? I mean, my history is not great. Now we go this way. So yeah, we need to get more than 1,000 guests in every year. It's also a problem if there just aren't enough rides for the guests to ride. Because all of them are too intense. Because we have a few others, but like... Yeah, currently... Well, because it's raining, obviously. We don't have a lot of indoor rides. Hang on, highlight path issues. We have a lot of vandalisms here. And pukies. Yeah, guests are leaving. Okay. Let's turn that off. And let's hope that this is long enough. Let's hope that it's at least 600 meters. Did anything else get re-rolled recently? No. Oh, compact inverter stats actually. baby. We're in Excitement City. Hell yeah. Both of them. Guests are paying $6.80 for this, which is not that much, but it's still pretty good. 13 excitement. We finally got a good roll. And the most important thing is that they still give us guests. Hang on, are they actually long enough? 654, yes they are. Okay, soft guest cap is 1720, which is high enough. Lay down coaster stats. We already checked that. Launch freefall stats, what do we get? And 11 nausea. And I see a broken bench there. So launch freefall is useless again. Okay, guests are at least riding the mini-sus. So that's a good thing. I haven't checked this. Oh, the stats aren't calculated yet. Oh, there we go. Well, the excitement is screwed again. It is long enough, but the excitement is screwed. Now, it wouldn't be 6 anyway. But 2.06 is way too low. It's, yeah, time about a third. So that doesn't work. But let's add some of this stuff anyway. Yeah, I have a lazy tax. But still, 680 with the 50% lazy tax is still not that much, I think. You have found a new account with... Honestly, I don't care about the spools. Okay, we have 5k in the bank. And... yeah, let's build another one of these. Because they're very good right now. Let's build one... right there. Well, I can't afford it quite yet. Now I can. Okay, the gas generation isn't all what it's... Well, I think the gas generation is fine actually, because... like I said, I know exactly how it works. I think the problem is mostly that guests are leaving. Let's see. Oh, actually, we don't have that many total admissions compared to guests in the park. The gas generation should be... I have a feeling like it should be higher. Because the soft guest cap is high enough. And we have no other penalties. Because we don't have more than 7,000 guests. We're not charging too much for the entrance. We're charging nothing. And... now that's it. That's all the penalties. I mean negative awards, but we don't have any negative awards, right? We have no awards. Let's see. I want to build another one of those. Because it's a good one. Which one was it? There we go. And now just waiting until I can afford it. $2,000, 3,000 more. Things are expensive. You're spending quite a lot on ride running costs. Eventually it does get expensive. Because obviously those are also more difficult. In fact, we're barely making money. Because a lot of the rides are unrideable. And also rain doesn't help. Because the longest free falls, unrideable. Or at least, maybe it's because it was raining. No, not transparency options. I want path issues. Oh, I thought there was a lot of vandalism, but apparently not. No, I can't see any vandalism. Well, that's good. Is there a place to shamelessly download all of your coaster designs at once? Yeah, there's in the Coaster Games channel on my Discord, I think there's a pinned post which links the community drive, and if you then go to my ride overview designs, you can find a zip file with every design in it from the ride overviews. Like one zip file for every ride overview. Okay, we have a good soft guest cap now. Oh, we just got a negative award. Well, that sucks. Worst food in the country, which means we don't have enough diverse food options. And a lot of hungry guests. Well, at least I'm gonna make sure I'm not gonna get that again. Okay, there's no award for worst toilet, so I don't have to worry about that. How about we build some thrill rides here? Ooh, we have a rotodrop. Okay, that's not gonna work. I might as well try to... That's also not gonna work like that. I should try to roll the rotodrop. See what we get. There. Run of the money. And... Okay, let's just remove this. Much easier. Okay, let's see what we get. Build a fry stall called Pommenfried. That's just... That sounds German. Pommenfried. Watch for least dazzlingly colored rides. Yeah, I could cover that, but I think that's ugly. Making them all bright colors. Okay. Not available yet. What do we get here? That's pretty good stats. I mean, it doesn't have the craziest throughput. I should just build beheaded rotodrops. I'm stupid. Because they have the high throughput. Never mind. Guests aren't gonna ride it anyway. We got bad luck. And we also... I was thinking maybe we can make our rides, our rotodrop 600 meters long, but no, you can't. If you could make it 300 meters high, that would work, but you can't. Yeah, this thing should also have pretty intense stats. Oh, guests are riding the free falls apparently. Some are going through the... Or has this guy been waiting forever, maybe? But yeah, let's take a look at this thing. Intensity. A lot have a high intensity rating. A lot don't as well. Like all the compact inverted coasters are good. But a lot of the good rides have a high intensity rating. And nausea, also a lot. But often they are different rides. So a lot of the rides have either an extreme nausea or an extreme intensity rating. And that's a problem. Thank you for the follow, Gentle Food. Oh, guests are actually riding this one. Oh, it only has 11.44 intensity. Well, maybe I should build more of them. So yeah, even though we're getting a lot more guests, we're not making more money. Because so many of the rides... Like, we went from 11,000 to to 6,000 in a month. That's also the problem. Is that because guests are not going on the rides, we can't afford new rides. Well, we can afford new rides, but not like big coasters that are long enough to get even more guests. Currently, I think we're still fine with the soft guest cap. Oh, Ferris wheel's been re-rolled. Twister coaster's been re-rolled. How's the Twister coaster doing? And it's got an extreme nausea rating. Also extreme excitement. So we can at least get guests from it, but we can't afford one that's long enough. Funsies. I mean, yeah, we could charge a lot for it if guests were gonna go on it. Oh, guests were actually going on it before this. It had good stats, because, as you see, customers are still at 1,000 an hour. But no longer. And the mini helicopters, what do we get on that? Terrible all around. I mean, it's terrible anyway. Same for Ferris wheel. Like the Ferris wheel, you even if you have ×5 intensity, it's still fine, because it just has a terrible intensity. Like you can have ×5 intensity and ×5 nausea, and you're still gonna have normal stats. Again, no one's riding the Enterprise. No one's riding the vertical drop coasters. Very few people, well actually no one I think, are riding the launched free falls. Very few are riding the rotor drops because they're still quite intense. No one is riding the laydown coasters. No one is riding the inverted coasters. People are riding the bobsled, but they don't have enough excitement to get extra guests. What about the hairpins? No one is riding the hairpin coasters. Like, there are only... Oh, and people are riding this one. But it doesn't get extra guests. Literally the only ride that is currently any useful for me, that guests are both riding and gets extra guests, is the compact inverted coaster. Seems you need to get good at RCT. If only the compact inverted coaster kept working with me, but it's probably going to screw us over. Problem is that this design has a low throughput of only 700 per hour. So yeah, it's cheap for getting extra guests, but it has a low throughput. What if we build some micro coasters? There we go, this is a micro coaster design. This should still have high stats. And even though it might not attract more guests, it will make money. It's also not super cheap. Ah, come on. There we go. Honestly, this scenario might have been easier as pay for entry. Because at least then, it doesn't suddenly get screwed. Because with the crazy high intensity ratings, the rides contribute a lot to the entry price. So that might have been easier actually. 9 excitement for this. Damn. Ice cream cone stall. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop research. We don't need it anymore. So yeah, we have a fair amount of guests. We're not gonna make it, I know. We could still make it if suddenly all the rides started working with us. Then we could still make it. But we're not going to. We're definitely not going to. By the way, I have a feeling this VOD will be watched back a bit more than the others. So I'm gonna cut out the first bit where I accidentally didn't say anything. So that we're gonna get into it more so that we don't lose people. Well, I did say something, but the mic was muted. Usually I don't, like, do anything with them. I just upload the files that I record. But this one I'll edit that out. Thank you for the bits. Justified Absol ice cream cone stall. Yeah, there's a lyric in a Queen song. It's called Sheer Heart Attack. And it's called... wait, was Slime going? No, Slime wasn't going. And it's I scream with pain. But I always hear that that's ice cream with pain. Next time check out medium settings before trying the maximum settings. Isn't it a good thing that I'm trying the maximum settings? Because then you know what you need to change. And hey, it's funny. Okay, to give myself a fighting chance, I'm gonna change the thing. I'm going to... Bam. No lazy tax. We're gonna make double the money suddenly. Then I might be able to afford the rides we need. Cash machines everywhere. So the guests aren't running out of money. Also, I like just going into the deep end because that's fun. Because even though this is nigh impossible, it's still fun. I mean, it wouldn't be fun to do this every time. But for a time it's fun. And nope, not on that side. On that side, please. Thank you. Okay, now I kind of need to build another longer ride again. Have any re-rolled? Mini Sus has been re-rolled. What do we get? Okay, 7.16 excitement. I don't care that people aren't going to ride it. It at least gets us guests. Soft guest cap is 2300. That's good. That's good. What else has been re-rolled? Space rings. And the hairpin. Well, that's terrible. We know 0.87. Oh, that's the one that got... I think actually that's pretty good. What did this one get? Yeah, 11.87. These are crazy good stats. That's like impossible good stats. We got lucky. Oh, hang on. I know what I'm gonna build. And space rings. Let's take a look at the space rings. Very low nausea. Usually that's 6.5. Now it's only 1.4. Like, take a look. Space rings. Times 0.22. The road drop is times 0.2. Is that the lowest possible? No, 0.19 excitement on the motion sim. But let's see what we got for the harpin. Yeah, times 1.72, 0.26, 0.77. That's pretty good. Okay, let's build another harpin. The throughput on this one isn't too bad, because it's still got quite a few cars. Okay. It's another one. Okay, the gas generation should be fine. Unless we got another... Because we have a high park rating as well. Worst food park award. Okay, that one's just still active. Yeah, we're not qualifying for a lot of other awards. Maybe I need to build more gentle rides. Then we can get the best gentle ride award. I'm gonna build a few space rings. We can already get the best coasters award. And I think also the best customly designed rides. Okay, now we have enough gentle rides, definitely. Mini suspended to little sussy. And I also need to drink some water. Alright. Little sussy. Yeah, nice. Best Gentle Rise Award, building more space rings. They have fine stats though, at the moment. 3.57 intensity is fine, and only 1.42 nausea. Aim for the best toilet award, not possible. Once you have, like, I have so many guests that there will always just be too many guests needing to go to the toilet, no matter how many you build. So that's not gonna work. Okay, how's the twister doing? Is it doing? Yeah, it's doing good for excitement. So I could build one that's long enough. But I could also build more harpaths. Because those are actually making us money. So let's build one here. Can I? I don't have the money for that quite yet. Now I do. And we go that way. And we build path all around it. What does the randomizer do? It randomizes the stats, most importantly, of the rides. A few other stuff as well, like the goal is slightly harder. There's harder guest generation, there's no ads. But most importantly is the stats. That's the most difficult part. Like, if the stats were normal, then this would have been easy. This would have been absolutely easy. But because the stats are not normal, this is now incredibly difficult. At least we're making a lot of money. Because I finally enabled the full ride price manager with no penalty. Yeah, 21k in a month. We can finally sign redeems. No, he didn't. Okay, these are still screwed. I want them to be re-rolled. Okay, the soft guest cap is high enough for now. It's still possible. It's still possible. I keep saying it's impossible, but I think it's still possible. I'm going to build another one of these as well. Because these are doing good too. It's this one. I don't have the money quite yet. And we're putting our money in different baskets now of our eggs. I think we just got rerolls. Did I see that right? No, that was just a soft guest cap increase. Oh, thank you for the follow. Prof. Bubnig. Bubnig. Okay. Time for some stalls. Mostly cash machines. And of course some food stalls, drink stalls, all that good stuff. There we go. Impossible is just an alternate way of spelling I'm possible. Oh, I like that. What's today's target? Getting 3,500 and something guests. 571. Can someone explain a randomizer? I don't want to keep explaining it every time. Basically, stuff gets randomized. Stats, mostly. Okay, let's build a 600 meter long twister coaster. With a good throughput. Fire all the staff. You want to make this impossible. This way it will be impossible. What if I just slow down the game? What if I just pause for 5 minutes. No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, for higher throughput, booster. And launch lift hill. Into a loop. Amazing. And some of that stuff. Okay, we already did the stat requirements because we have an inversion. That way we don't need like a highest drop and whatever. Because the inversion nullifies all that. I love it that you can so easily get to speed with these boosters and launch lift hill. Does it make that? It does actually. Still not long enough though. A few more boosters. And we'll go through its own loop. With a twist, why not? Is this long enough? Well, we'll see I suppose. I'm not in a hurry, because we already have enough soft gas cap. It's not like we're on that edge and I need it right now. So if this fails I need to do it again and it's a bit later, it's fine. As long as I have it by the time we need it. And the reason I kept it quite close to the ground is it's cheaper. No one's gonna ride this unless they get re-rolled at some point. And we get lucky. Because it will have terrible stats. Oh, I shouldn't fast forward. During a staff firing. Okay, it's easily long enough. That's good. Okay, let's delete this. There's path inside of here. That's confusing guests. There were a lot of guests on there. Damn. Okay. Well, it was clearly confusing them. Complaining about the length of the queues, I don't care. I spent my time saving guests, saving the world. There we go. Park is coming together quite nicely. Are these still good? They're still good. These are still good. They're still good. Best queue line award. Unfortunately, that doesn't exist. We could go for the safest park award. No one has died in a while. Yeah, this one has... the nausea isn't too high. Guests might actually ride this. In fact, if I just make the nausea a bit lower by, for example, removing a loop, and also removing this, then it might actually be fine. Guests might be riding it. And yeah, it's a bit of a dumbed down version of the ride, but whatever. How did you make the excitement rating so high? Because I'm just the best player in the world, baby. Also a randomizer, but, you know, that doesn't count. 33 nausea? Where's that coming from? I think they're going to be recalculated, but I think these aren't the final stats. But where is this 33 nausea coming from? These will be recalculated. Because if you look at... Also, hang on, first rehire staff. Okay, I don't quite need 40 mechanics, that's a bit too much. 20 will do. Few entertainers. See what we are at now. There we go, that's much better. See, the 33. I don't know where that comes from, but it wasn't the final rating. Okay, we can charge 14.20 for this. That's pretty good. It easily has enough excitement. We need 6. And we have quite a bit more than 6. Okay, what if we build... Is this one long enough? 549. Is Liberty Loop long enough? No, it's not. I have a lot of designs. Damn. Oh, this one's long enough, but it's also on the edge. It's gonna have a very high nausea rating. I might just need to build more custom ones. Ooh, what's this? Oh, this one looks good. It's quite expensive, though. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna build another ride. These are all very expensive. You know what? I'm gonna build one of these. A good one this time, with a good throughput. And after that, I'm going to make the paths better. $3,090 soft gas cap. Yeah, the soft gas cap is doing perfectly fine. I think I'm gonna beat it, actually. I think I'm gonna beat it. Even though the odds weren't in our favor. I think I'm gonna beat it. Because we have 9 months left, which means we need an average of... Let's see, we need still 1400 guests, so about 160 per month. Yeah, that seems like the rough pace we're on. Things are looking good. Alright, see ya, Slime. Hope you're feeling better soon. And another loop. And another... Nope, doesn't fit. Alright, we'll go that way. I need a bit more length still. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go that way and then... that way, and then an inline twist. I think this will be 600 meters long. Ooh, stats have been re-rolled. I need to check that out after we're done configuring this one. Nope. Ah, that's better. Oh, inverted coaster. I just built one. Oh wait, this is the compact invert. Never mind. Okay, I'm first gonna fix some of these paths. Just so that they're a bit easier for the guests to navigate. I don't want them to become lost too much, you know? Ah, perfect. Yeah, maybe the ace bobsled will actually be useful now. It also gives some money, but money is no longer the issue. Okay, this should make the guests a bit better at navigating the path. I'm not sure how much of a difference this is gonna make, but it at least gives me a bit of peace of mind. Knowing that the paths are better. All the way this way. Ah, much better. Not quite finished yet. That one and that one. And that one. That one. There. There. I forgot it there. That one, that one. Ah. Much better. Much better. Okay, now... Well, we're getting rich. That's a good thing. Let's see the stats that have been rerolled. Inverted coaster. What do we get? Well, it gets us guests. No one's grinding it, but it gets us guests. Magic carpet, terrible stats. Bobsleigh coaster. Hey, it gets us guests. Guess we're paying $12.80 for this, and it's already quite old. No one's going to go on it. But hey, it gets us guests. And the monorail. Okay, I don't care about the monorail. Well, it has terribly low stats. Which coaster do you think will do best in these settings on average? The spiral coaster. Because it has a very low intensity rating. Like crazy low. You can easily make one with like only 3 intensity. Does the ace bobsled make you experience asexuality for however long you ride it? But is asexuality something you experience? Because when I'm riding roller coasters, I'm not thinking about girls. Like, I'm not thinking about anything related to sex. So when I'm riding an asexual roller coaster, I'm still not thinking about anything related to sex. So, how's that different? I mean, if it was a homosexual roller coaster and there was a really attractive guy sitting next to me, maybe that would work. Okay, let's also build some path around here. What are the stats on this, by the way? 12 excitement, and it is long enough. Good. Yeah, suddenly realization of, I'm ace now. But the thing is, I don't think, I'm straight now. I don't... Like, usually, you're not thinking about that. An ace roller coaster shows constant images of attractive people of every sort, and if you feel attracted to any of them, you get yeeted off. Like, what is attractive? Because I am not attracted to guys, I'm heterosexual, but I can still see an attractive guy and think, well, he looks attractive. But I'm not attracted to him. So, I presume you only mean you're literally attracted to them. And then you would get yeeted off. Would you do repairs on the ISS outside? No, I'm not trying to be an astronaut. I would die. Thank you for the follow, Dasmain. Okay, so we need a little bit more than 1,000 guests. Yeah, the guest count's finally going up fast. Yeah, we're suddenly making a lot of money to make sure that the guests... Well, they're not actually leaving because we have cash machines, so now I'm actually keeping that. Okay, we have a lot of rerolls, which is why the lag spikes were there. What I can do, just to make the park better, is just that and that and that. Because we have the money for it now. Okay, let's take a look. The laydown got re-rolled. Hey, guests are riding it. But it has terrible stats. So it's no longer attracting guests. What else got re-rolled? Launch freefall, that's interesting. Well, whoa, that's a hell of a low excitement rating. I mean, it doesn't have the best of excitement rating usually. At least guests are riding this and paying decently for it. Let's see, what do we get? Launched freefall times 0.31 excitement. So yeah, but at least people are riding it. Oh, compact inverted coaster, please, please, please. Okay, we lost all the soft guest cap from it, but at least guests are still riding it. The 1080 should be updated. No way they're gonna pay 1080 for this. Or are they? No, because we're charging more now, of course. I doubled the charge. I think the Harpin is still good. Yeah. What about this thing? Nope. Big fat nope. That has been... Is it me or has the vertical drop coaster not been re-rolled for a long time? Also, if you're still here, Die Forever, like... Some rides haven't been re-rolled for more than one in-game year. And I'm on the most frequent setting. Like, if you're on infrequently, do you get one re-roll per 4 months? Which is basically nothing. Because I only get a few re-rolls per month and I have a lot of different ride types and stuff. Should be about every year. I mean, that's still not very frequent. Okay, what ride shall I build? I shall build a twister coaster. Hang on, what is the soft guest cap? I have a feeling we're no longer gaining guests. Okay, the soft guest cap has been screwed. Which is a problem. So, I'm going to very quickly build this. Ta-da, ta-da. Yep, yep. Yep, 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 yep. And faster, 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 faster. And like that. And... does it even make this? Nah, does it make that turn? Yeah, it does. Okay, looping. All the way around. Another one. And brakes. And you, and you. Path. Okay, time for another... I mean, these are still good, right? Yeah, they're perfect. Let's see, I need to quickly get another one. I'll get... Is this one long enough? No. Which one's long enough? 700 meters I need. Okay, this one's good. And test. Yeah, this will be fine. We're gonna go like that. And I'll just build some path around here. And we're gonna go that way again. Like that. Whip. Yep. 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 Alrighty. There's a few more twister coasters to get some more soft gas cap in a panic. That should get, that gas is another 480. That should be good enough for now. And I'm gonna build another one. There we go, that's a quickie. Yeah, that was fine. Okay, no waiting, please. So, this is... oh, we got an award. Nice. We need that. Okay, so this is very useful. Well, very annoying, but the award's very useful. Okay, what's our soft gas cap now? Because we, once again, got rerolled. Vertical drop is good again. Well, actually, we don't have a vertical drop that's long enough, but at least it's... You know, if we build one, which I will do... which one's long enough? The very tall one? Where is it? This one's 528. Okay, that's incredibly tall. There's a design I'm looking for. Yes, this... No, not that one. This one. Let's see. Will it... There. Well, I'm burning through a lot of money very quickly this way. But so you see how you can get suddenly screwed over here. Let's make this play music. A few more rides playing music. The 13.8 excitement with 1.89 intensity. That's ludicrous. And I assume this one... No, this one's still fine. Have these all been screwed over? Yeah, the compact inverted ones have all been screwed over. So we lost 800 soft gas cap from the compact inverted ones. These are still doing fine though. Alright, see ya, Dudder. Let's see, what other ones did we lose? How's the invert doing? It's doing fine. For soft gas cap anyway. But hang on, we were on 3400. How did we lose? We only lost 800. We should have still been at like 2600. The soft gas cap plugin also doesn't seem to be working all that well with the constant re-rolling. Oh, or did it just not... Because I'm not notifying on decrease. Is that why it didn't notify us? It's 2380 only. Oh, 2810 now. So apparently, yeah, it was down to 2380, but now it's 2810 because I quickly built some rides. Okay, we need to never lose the soft gas cap again. If we do, we're screwed. Oh yeah, I built this ride for... It's 17k. It's very expensive to get 600 meters. I'm gonna just build another custom one. Because I have time now. I don't have to quickly build them, so I can do custom rides. And loop. And another loop here. Hairpins breaking down, yeah, that's all fine. I mean, these just need to be long enough and they'll get the excitement because they're supercharged twister coasters. Unless you, like, if you don't have extreme intensity ratings, it's pretty much impossible to screw these up. That's how overpowered they currently are. Hang on. How does that work? Oh, it's not quite in it. Oh, that makes sense. Ooh, I like that element. That's a good element. That's not gonna work. Then like that. And then I think we have just about reached 600 meters. Soft gas caps increased again. Good. Okay, things are still looking possible. Come on, there we go. It's actually quite, if you think about it. So what I just did, I deleted a piece of path by clicking in between the track, like through a hole in the track. And if you click precise enough, actually, there we go. If you click precise enough, that actually works. Which is quite cool if you think about it. That it's not just, that actually the hitbox is so that you can click through it. Okay, is this baby long enough? Yes, it is. Stats are not zero, they're still being calculated. Okay, let's build another one. Let's build it here. Hello, Frisbee. How are you doing? Okay, we're making suddenly 44k a month. That's not just that the rides got twice as expensive. It also means that we suddenly got a lot of rides that are actually making money. See how fast it went up suddenly. Let's pay back this loan. Oh, it does it in increments of 1,000. Hang on, we have minus 73 loan. Will we make money on the loan? Park with best stuff. Yes, an award. We need that. We have 2 awards active. That's times 1.56 gas generation, I believe. That's incredible. We absolutely need that. So that's good. Yeah, let's see if I get paid. I think I will. Not much, because it's only minus 73. But like 10 or 20 cents. Obviously the max you could go to is minus 999. You're paying the bank, but they pay you interest. Yeah, I paid them 73. And they are paying me some interest every month on that. At least if it works. Okay, this seems good. I mean, it's very easy to design these twister coasters, especially because they're so overpowered now. Just basically do whatever. Let's actually build some boosters here. Like that. Soft gas cap has decreased again. Yeah, the soft gas cap increases and decreases every now and then, because a ride doesn't contribute if it's broken down. So, you know, as they break down and as they get fixed. The soft gas cap fluctuates a little bit. Ah, yes, I got 30 cents. Wonderful. It works. It's the best scam ever. Yep, it does pay me. I mean, the math works out. It's not like it's not really a bug because it's not supposed to be possible. It's just that if you do this, then the math works like this. And yeah, it checks out. Not sure if I could fix that. I don't think you need to, because like I said, the maximum you can get to is minus 999. It's also how banks work in real life, yeah, I suppose. The max you can get to is minus 999, and that gives you, like, what, 15 bucks a month? It's not game breaking. On higher interest rates, it will give you more, of course. Now, what's in the way? Oh, the coaster itself is in the way. This is a very weird coaster, because it starts out relatively slow and then suddenly gains a lot of speed and does some crazy loop-da-loops. And we're back. Let me properly bank this. Otherwise you guys will hate me. And test. Okay. And that's another soft gas cap. I assume that's 600 meters long. Let's see, did we get any rerolls recently? No, we didn't. We'll get one. We will get one at the start of the next month, I presume. It's gonna be dicey whether we make it. Guests might be leaving. Well, not that many are leaving actually, so we're doing well. So yeah, so far it's still possible. The soft gas cap is not quite high enough yet, but it's getting there. Let's build. Are the hairpins still doing? Yes, they are. They're still good. In what way is this randomized? Stats are randomized, and some other stuff. What shall I build? I shall build one of these. And I shall build it right here. You can actually possibly beat it. Yes, I could. Okay. And large half loop, because why not, you know? I like a good old large half loop. And a vertical spike. Whee! And then we go that way. Awesome. Okay, let's brake a little bit. Oh, I need the station to be one shot. Oh, that doesn't fit. Or I'll change the path. There we go. Now it fits. Awesome. Okay, I think these stats are good enough. Let's see what the other one has. Yeah, no one's riding it because it's got crazy intensity ratings. But it's attracting guests, and that's what I want. I think... Are we still on 2 ads? Yes, we are. Ooh, we have re-rolls, which is why we get lag spikes. Twister coaster. Please, please. Yes! Okay, no one's going on them, but that's fine. The point is that the excitement rating is still good. And that it's still attracting guests. Ferris wheel mini helicopters, I don't give a damn about. Oh, motion simulator have also been rerolled. I don't care. What are the stats on this? They haven't been recalculated yet. But as long as the excitement rating stays above 6, I'm good. Okay, how long is this one? 794. That's good. Wow, 16 excitement. 17 nausea. Flying salt stats have been rerolled. Okay, yeah, now they've been properly recalculated. Well, the soft guest cap is high enough. They just changed as I clicked away. Well, yeah, they've been recalculated now. But look, I don't care if the guests are gonna ride them. Because I have plenty of money, I don't need that income. I just need guests to stay in the park. As long as there are some rides that they can ride, and there are plenty. You know, I'll build some more. But as long as there are some that they can ride, it's absolutely fine. Name a ride of your choice. Hey, that guy. I don't see you too often on these streams. So, what's up? Just the fact you... Rides can break down if they're in testing. Just the fact that you dare to run it at any capacity is enough. What do you mean? And one of those. Just spread those out a little bit along the park so that guests can just ride gentler rides if the coasters are suddenly too intense. Oh, answering someone's questions. That makes sense. Could a random invert be named the inverted coaster you know? Sure. I'll name this one. Because this one is at least not just a copy of everything else. Does it fit? How much do we have left? Just 2 letters left. Well, it does fit, but only barely. And U-line. Perfect. Let's save. I mean, autosave is on anyway, but I like manual saving too. We didn't get an award. I think one of the awards might... they're still going. They stay on for 5 months. I would really like another award. That would help me out greatly. But things are going okay. Is it possible to have a ride breakdown on the very first test run? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's like a minimum delay, but I have had them break down very, very quickly sometimes. It might just be extremely improbable. The soft guest cap is currently high enough. How's this one doing? Perfect. And the vertical drop I had here is also doing well. That's nice. How's the laydown doing? Still terrible. Good. Not good, but I don't care. This one. Okay, good enough excitement anyway. And that's what life is all about. Excitement. You know what, let's just build a multi-dim. We have the money anyway. Do I have a 606 design? This one's good enough. I'll build it right here. Perfect. Let's see what kind of crazy rolls we get on this ride. It already has a very high nausea rating. So we might get absolutely crazy things. Okay, let's see. Do we have any kind of good design on this? This is a 606. I can build it right here. Build it on the other side. We have almost filled empty airfield. It's crazy what you can do as soon as you get a little money rolling in. Like, there are a lot of rides here. Absolutely a lot of rides. Empty airfield, I like that. And some path here. There we go. Let's build some benches. Nice. And voila. I don't have benches everywhere, but it's fine. We're almost out of money. Suddenly our income went down to 33k. Oh, but that was because of rain. That was not because of rides suddenly being terrible. Okay, it's almost the 1st of July. Are we gonna lose the award? Or is it gonna stay on for another month? I don't know when we got it. It's apparently gonna stay on. Inverted hairpin has been re-rolled. It hasn't been recalculated yet, I think. I think these are the old stats. Space ring's been re-rolled. Soft gas cap decreased. We need more rides again. Why is it suddenly decreasing all the time? I'm still building more rides. Oh, we lost all the inverted hairpins, I think, because it's decreased a lot. Like, it was like 3,500, like 6-7 rides ago. Flying coaster has been re-rolled. No, it's just been rolled for the first time. Okay, these are just terrible. And flying coaster are also terrible. Oh, it's also got extreme lateral G's, but that doesn't cause that. Thank you for the follow, Majura X. Well, time to build another twister coaster, I suppose. At least that one will always give us good stats. At least I join you live. At last I join you live. Welcome. And a launch lift hill. That stuff's expensive. I don't have that much money because I spent a lot on expensive rides. But it's totally worth it. And I'm out of money. Damn. These are expensive. Alright, CMX. So far the soft gas cap is still fine. It's not high enough, but we're not there yet. But yeah, we are on track to actually beat it. Which is nice. It will be funny if there's a seed of the randomizer where every ride is terrible, even the terrible rides. There might be one where, like, you just get so... DK to 2540? How did that happen? Did the twister coasters all get screwed over? Increase to 2780. Hang on. Did the twister coaster get re-rolled? It doesn't say it did. Let's see. Twister coaster. No, excitement is still times 1.62. I have a feeling the soft gas cap calculator is not working right. Although, actually, the soft gas cap has come to a stop. And now it's ride breakdowns. Yeah, but the rides aren't breaking down that all over. Like, I have a lot of mechanics. Like, no rides are broken. Well, one ride is broken down. It shouldn't suddenly decrease by 1,000. This is not long enough, I think. So let's make it longer. And then we'll go. I have the money for it, which is good. Like, the soft gas cap should be much higher than that. I have a feeling something isn't right. Like, I have so many rides. I mean, these are of course all not contributing, but still. Like, it suddenly decreased by hundreds. Okay, this is long enough, good. Even though... Like, even though nothing happened. Even though no ride was re-rolled. Without worrying about intensity. No, intensity is the problem. Because I am on extreme difficulty and the intensity constantly gets re-rolled to a crazy high number. The problem mostly is the harder gas generation. Okay, now we go that way. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that because that's messy as hell. Just gonna go up. Quarter loop. Always like me a good quarter loop. Does that fit? That fits. That's a lower quarter loop. Corkscrew. And I'm almost out of money. Okay, come on. Oh, this is not opened. That's a problem. Because I need these twister coasters, like, right now. Okay, 3170. We're good again. But I have 3 months to get 500 guests. I don't think we're gonna make it, because we got stalled here. Because we suddenly lost, like, 1,000 soft guest cap. Ugh. Get out of my way. Like, building the new soft gas cap is fine, but... Because I just need one more twister coaster after this, and then we'll be fine. Yeah, another twister coaster. I'll build that one here. I'll keep this one a bit closer to the ground. Okay, we still have one award running, which is good. Decrease to 2930. Why is it constantly decreasing? Like, there's only one... Oh, it's the one twister coaster that's broken down. Are like only the twister coasters giving me soft gas cap or something? This is... Yeah, I don't think we're gonna make it because we got screwed here. I mean, yeah, if the twister coaster rerolls stats, the problem is that pretty much all other coasters have also rerolled stats to be terrible. Like, we have a couple of coasters that are good. Oh, now it's suddenly 3410. That's what we need. The problem is, the gas generation has been tanked a few times. Like, after this, I'm going to get rid of the randomizer. Is that possible? to get, like, to unrandomize this. And see what soft guest cap we get without any randomization on the stats. I'm not sure if that's possible. I could just remove all these terrible rides. Well, the bobsleigh is actually getting guests. This is another twister coaster. Should be able to load the save without the randomizer plugin. Okay, because I'm curious. Is this 600 meters? I don't think so. No, I'm just gonna build it like that. And this probably, yeah, that's in the way. Okay, and then we're gonna go one more that way. This will have to do. And yep. And like that. Yeah, no, we're not gonna make it. We need 2.5 months for 500 guests. It's not impossible. The problem is that these twister coasters keep breaking down. And they need to be 600 meters long, so that's quite expensive. And I could build other rides, but the twister coasters give by far the largest boost to stat requirement, to the soft guest cap. You know what? I'm just gonna build this very cheaply, and I'm going to get rid of. How about this one? Does this one do me any good? Nope. Okay, that's some money. Okay, now we're gonna go the other way. Okay, and we're gonna go that way. By the way, does the flying coaster do me any good? Nope. This one's long enough. Yes, this one's long enough. Yes. Good. A lot of yellow twister coasters, because at this point that is the default color scheme for it. Yes, advertisings are disabled. Otherwise this would be incredibly easy. It's absolutely insane how much advertising makes a difference in the difficulty of a scenario like this. Oh, that's a nice turnaround, if I say so myself. No, I don't want that. I want that. Drink some water, I can use it. Because we're so close, this is kind of stressful. But like, we should have enough soft guest cap now, right? Yeah, 3650, we have another one. It should be fine. I enjoyed the last couple of videos you've done. Nice. I'm glad you enjoyed them. Is this long enough? Yes, it is. Will it be exciting enough? Of course it is. Okay, we need 400 guests in 2 months. It's not impossible. And the soft guest cap is fine. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ride price manager and set the lazy tax at 50%. So that guests, you know, can, if they can't find the cash machine, they won't leave. Yeah, well, let's just do enable good value pricing. That divided by 4 instead. And I'm not going to fire my staff now. Hang on. Channel points. Fire all my staff. Nope. Because I would kind of like to beat that. So I've quickly disabled it. Hire more entertainers. More handymen. More mechanics. Use it all. Isn't it a beautiful park? Actually, build a right here. Hairpin 606, where is it? Fits perfectly in the place of the laydown. I'm not sure if the hairpin's any good anymore, though. No, it's not. At least it's a ride. It's raining, that's not good. Okay, stats are getting re-rolled. The question is, are we getting screwed with the twister coaster? We have like 10 of them. Are they being re-rolled? I hope not. Observation tower? I don't really care about the observation tower. I think we're gonna be fine on the re-rolls and the stuff. Question is just, are we gonna be fine on everything else? First time catching your streams. Love your videos, man. Thank you, Cougar. Enterprise stats have been re-rolled. Oh, I'm kind of curious. They're actually good for once. Let's take a look at... Because we have good enough soft gas cap, right? Yeah, 3890. That's plenty. Unless we get screwed, but, you know, let's just assume we don't. I don't think we're gonna make it. I think we're just gonna fall short a little bit. But there's nothing I can do. We don't have any awards. Unless we get an award at the start of October, that will help. Let's just hope for the best. Bobsleigh. That's some good modifiers. Hang on, what's the most expensive ride? Operating cost. Running cost. 1700 on Little Sussy. Hang on, Mini Sus. That's times 5.09. That's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Okay, what are the highest excitement ratings? 17 on the very tall vertical drop coaster. Damn. Also, what's the lowest on the coaster? 1.17 on this compact invert. Thank you for the follow, Cougar. Oh. Name the park. Hardest park ever. Alright. Hardest park ever. Let's see. What else is interesting? Do we have any crazy modifiers here? Well, the multi-dimension coaster got screwed, except the running cost, which of course is crazy high. Obviously. Top spin excitement times 3 almost. But it's also too intense probably. Where's the top spin? There it is. Yeah, 18 intensity. It's madness. Nothing too interesting here. Seems all be fine. Ferris wheel intensity times 4. So we have very intense Ferris wheels. Which means an intensity of 1.96. Damn. That's crazy. And... okay, nothing else really of particular interest, I think. Okay, so the problem is not that the guests are leaving. The problem is just that the guest generation is a bit slow. And it's not because of the soft guest cap. It's just because this is, well, the fastest your guest generation gets without any awards, really. And that's just a little bit slow. It's not gonna be fast enough. We're not gonna make it. Did I just buy something that didn't get noticed? No. I renamed the park. I did. Took me a while to notice, but I noticed it. But yeah, we're gonna be like 200 short. Even if we get an award, then I think we're not gonna make it. And there's nothing I can do about it. Because the soft guest cap is influenced by your park rating. And like the only things that can raise your soft guest cap is the only thing that can raise your guest probability, your guest generation, is the park rating. That needs to be above 850. And positive awards. Other than that, nothing can increase your guest generation. Lots of things can decrease it, but I don't have any of those other things. Like if you have more than your soft guest cap, if you charge too much for the entrance, if you have more than 7,000 guests, all the things decrease it. But that's not a problem here. Also, fun fact, I did a few rerolls just before the start of the stream just to see how this would exactly work. One of the rerolls I got was like 9,500 guest goal in 4 years, which is entirely possible. But, oh, we got an award. That's useful. We might make it. Yeah, 250 guests. If the soft guest cap holds up. Inverted coaster stats. Okay, that's only one stat. It got screwed, but that's fine. Yeah, and we have no income. 3690. That's good enough. But you know what? I'm gonna demolish it. How's this doing? Still terribly. I'm gonna demolish that too. And what else do we have that's doing terribly? How about these? Okay, gonna demolish that. Because I'm gonna build one more twister coaster. Just to be sure. And I need the money for that. Greatest twister coaster ever. Will it even make that? You know what, I'll just put some boosters here. And... I mean, that's a very quick way to get extra stats. No, that's not gonna work. Bobsleigh coaster has been re-rolled, that's fine. As long as the twister doesn't get re-rolled. And a re-roll is fine on the twister, as long as it doesn't screw me over. Okay, soft guest cap is too low now. So it's a good thing I'm building this. Like, there's actually a reason for it. Also, I need to hurry up. I'm almost out of money. I mean, I can still delete more rides. I believe this is 600 meters. Test. Okay, that'll be fine. Okay, delete. Yeah, these are all not gonna get re-rolled. I'm gonna delete them. Because I need money for another twister. I just want to be sure. You know what, I'm just gonna quickly build this one. I know this one will have high enough stats. Yep. And ta-da. Okay, 3780, that's good enough. The park is getting a bit of a mess. It's suddenly getting a bit emptier. But I need to. I need to do this in order to have a slight chance to still make it. I need to do this. Just deleting all the paths now that are left behind. There's more there. Thank you for the follow, DFS Dragon. Okay, let's change this as a different now. Cleaned up. Okay, we need... Yeah, we're not gonna make it. We need 150 guests in 10 days. That's equivalent to 450 in a month. It's not gonna happen. We are so close. We're gonna get to 3,500. But not to 3,571. I mean, just to be sure, I'm gonna block off. We're not gonna make it. I could have made it. If I played a bit better. But still, we're not gonna make it. We need 100 guests in 7 days. That's 400. Unless we get extremely lucky with the guest generation, we're not gonna make it. We're gonna be close though. Let's just fast forward a little bit. There we go, 3,500. And we have 1 day left. There we go, we failed. But we were close. We were about 50 guests off. And the circumstances were quite dire. Now, what I want to do now, it was a valiant effort. I'm going to remove the plugin. Let's see. Do I need to... Can I just disable the plugin? Or do we need to actually delete it? Because I don't see a disable button. So I thought I was just gonna delete it entirely. I'm not sure. Let's just... Yeah, there's no way to disable it, so I do actually need to delete it. You should make a way to disable it. Let's see, plugin and delete. Oh, whoops, that was the wrong one. Hang on. Okay, luckily I accidentally deleted the soft guest calculator. I think I might need to... Is it still here? Yeah, it's still here. I might need to completely restart the game, so let's do that. To see... Okay, now it's no longer randomized. Now let's see what happens if we load. I'm gonna load the previous save. Actually, I'm gonna load now the save from 2250. That's before I started deleting all the rides. Yeah, well, I deleted a few, but... Let's see what kind of... Are the stats now calculated normally? Let's see. Or are they not being recalculated? That's the question. Will they be recalculated? Yes, they will be. Whoa, soft gas cap suddenly increases. It was 5,500. So, yeah, that's what we get. A soft gas cap of about 1,500 to 2,000 higher. That's what we lost. Now, if we switch to not harder gas generation, we actually lose soft gas cap. Because I specifically tailored my ride to be for harder gas generation. I should actually disable the right thing. There we go, 4660. A lot of flat rides are now suddenly counting. But a lot of the other, like the Twister Coaster, doesn't do its 240 anymore, but only 120. So yeah, that was my effort at trying to beat Empty Airfield with terrible randomization stats. And I failed. Also, we're not in full screen anymore, I notice. Let's fix that. There we go. There's an app I have for the borderless full screen. Because if I would use normal full screen mode and I would click on my other monitor, the full screen minimizes. So you can't see that anymore. So, but that doesn't happen to Windows. But the borderless full screen, the borderless Windows mode of Open Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 doesn't really work as a borderless window mode. So I had an app that forces it to be a borderless window. Which means that if I click on the other screen, it stays up. Which means I can actually stream in full screen instead of the window. So, that was the stream. I had fun, but I also think I won't be doing this very often. I might try this plugin again in a while, but constantly changing stats and coasters randomly being terrible, and it's just not fun. Like, it's fun, but it's fun every now and then, but to do it every time, absolutely not. Try it again when it's more balanced. I mean, yeah, the thing is, if I just do it on a lower difficult, like less extreme. Let's see what we get, actually. Okay, need to restart again. Can I just put it back? Oh, hang on. Borderless Gaming. Somehow that thing quit. Oh, it got an error. Alright, let's go to task management. It's still running. And I need to disable it. There we go. Yes, change. Open RCT2. Full screen, please. Thank you. There we go. Okay, we should have it again now. And let's load it up. Can we... Hang on, if I load this, can we again configure it? No, it's still configured. Okay, so I can't change the settings. So, let's do a new game. Let's pick a real park. Let's pick Six Flags Magic Mountain. And let's do randomization range. Let's try medium. Let's see what we get. Start game. Okay, it's going to randomize all these rides, which is going to take a while. That's why we have this big lag spike. Hey Nick, how you doing? Thank you for the 20 months. It's a long time. This is also a very big lag spike. Because it's currently re-rolling all the stats for all the rides in the park. Oh, there we go. Okay, so... yeah, they're a lot less intense, but they're still... like, still the intensity of the corkscrew is still quite high. Where's the corkscrew coaster in this park? There it is. Like, yeah, still 17. And this is on medium. And I think this is actually a problem, Die Forever. Because this is on medium. And we're still getting random rides that are just entirely useless. Like, it's not just more difficult, it's pretty much entirely useless. And actually, a lot of rides, like looping coaster times 1.85, pretty much useless. 10.71. And this is not an unintense looping coaster. Because the problem is, on the flat rides, the random fluctuations barely make a difference. Because they have low stats anyway. Like you go from 1 to 2 excitement if you get times 2. Ooh, big whoop. And same goes for the transport rides, which have low stats all around. But the coasters generally have an intensity rating above 5 most. So as soon as you get even close to times 2, which we've already gotten on 2 different coaster types in this park with only a medium fluctuation setting, then they're already almost useless. Like multi-dim times 1.66, useless. Like we have 14 intensity. Even if a coaster has just 20% more intensity, it already makes it more difficult. For example, a wooden coaster. For example, if we take the Brainstorm, 8.2 intensity. 20% more, well, let's say 30% more is over 10. 20% more is almost 10. So just 20% more makes a not too great, like this is not a crazy wooden coaster. It's fairly normal. Makes it too intense. So yeah, anything above 1.5 is for most coasters like almost a death sentence. Because 7 intensity is a completely normal... Yeah, intensity is the main problematic stat. 7 intensity is a very normal intensity rating for a roller coaster, right? That's not very intense. Like if you name the looping coaster and you get Exterminator, well, you're almost at 7 intensity. 7 times 1.5 is already more than 10. So that's already too much. And surely you can build them below 7, but not really. Like, they need to be small, you can't do much, and any like more intense roller coaster type is not going to work. Like if you have the Manic Miner, 6.5, well, do it times 1.6, 1.7, you're over 10. And this is only on medium fluctuations. And the nausea is less of a problem, because as you can see, this has 4.10 nausea. And a lot of coasters have 5 or less nausea. Not the inverted types, but like if nausea is stays below a factor of 2, that's fine. But the intensity is the main problem. And like a bit lower excitement is fine too. It was just hard for the harder guess generation, but without that it doesn't really matter. But yeah, the intensity needs to be toned down massively. I would say that like make it rarely go above 1.5. That's just above 1.5 already gets into extreme territory for almost all coaster types. Sure, like the spiral coaster could do with 2, but even the looping coaster at 1.6, 1.7 is just not done. I like it if you need to sometimes adjust a ride to fit the new stats. As long as it isn't just straight up useless. Hard to figure out what works best. I agree. The problem is if you have like 15 different ride types and you need to, well, let's say 10 different coaster types and you need to adjust one every month. That's a lot of work. But yeah, I mean, it's a great idea for a plugin. It was a lot of fun. It's just that there are a lot of things that, mostly the intensity rating, that could make it better. I'll work on balancing the intensity specifically. Nice. And yeah, there are just a few things, like, for example, the terrible excitement rating in combination with harder gesture generation, in combination with the no ads. That's just very difficult, and like, it's not really a problem if that stays in, because if people are going for extreme like me, they know what they're getting into. And if they don't like it, they can always change it late. They can always change it with the cheat, like I did with the high construction. That's fine. It's just, for casual use, the intensity rating is the most problematic. I think most people won't use the very frequent rerolls. No, but then again, let's see. If we do as infrequent as possible, well, let's just do medium frequency. Just semi-frequent. And I'll build a merry-go-round. Let's see how often the stats get changed. And now we just fast forward. Because I think... Okay, let's fast forward faster. Cheat engine to the rescue. And... there we go. Oh, it's broken down. There we go. Disable breakdowns. Okay, it's been rerolled once so far. So, in 1 year once. Okay, so we're on year 5 and it's been rerolled once. Here we'll have every 5 years. Yeah, but that means that on most scenarios, like most rides, are maybe going to get rerolled once or not at all. And this is semi-frequent, not even the infrequent. So the problem with those is that basically if you do a scenario, your rides just basically don't get rerolled. Maybe that's the goal. Maybe that's the goal of the plugin, which in this case it's fine. But then, yeah, it doesn't do a lot. Not every ride needs to be rerolled. Okay, that's fair. That's just the goal of it then. Okay, let's slow this down again. You can actually see the difference between speed up by the game and speed up by cheat engine. Because if you speed up the game, for example, you can see that these animations are still at normal speed. But if you do cheat engine, which I have already closed, but these animations will be faster as well. Which I think is an interesting difference. Okay, let's go back to the park we failed. As the outro screen for the stream. We almost made it. Why can't I move around? Are we getting a lag spike? Oh, there we go. That was a lag spike. Hang on. I can't move around by, you know, what I usually do. Which is clicking the right mouse button. I can only move around with... Why can't I click this away? What's going on? Did you break the game? I mean, I can't click anything away. Cheat engine is not enabled anymore. That's not the problem. You know what? I'll figure this out after the stream is finished. Let's just have this as the end screen. It's fine because we're done anyway. Let's see who I can raid. Oh, Brian is still live. Oh, time to raid Brian. He's a real theme park designer and he's building a theme park in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. So, thank you very much for watching here. I hope you had a good time seeing this, and I'm very happy you were actually here for it, Die Forever. That is much easier than just giving you a few lines of feedback after the stream. Because now you have a proper intuition of how it's affected the way I need to play with all the stuff. You know, with the intensity and all that kind of things. But yeah, great plugin. So thank you all for watching. I will see you on Wednesday. And in the meantime, I hope you have a good first half of the week. And I hope you have a good night. Bye bye.